Happy Saturday night. It's me again. Trace the face. Back at it. All right. We got to get into this one tonight. Many of you, first of all, I want to say, and I don't say it enough, that this is a very, very strategic demonic operation. And we have got to shut it down. We have got to shut it down. So if you're with me on this, you know that this is absolute Operation Evil. It's time that we shut it down. It's time we do something about it. It's time we come together and stop this. Then I want you to hit the like button. I want you to subscribe to the channel, and I want you to share this video with other people, because you guys, you have to understand, this is a demonic stronghold. This is a demonic strategic operation that is trying to get many, if not most, to go along with it. And when you guys see what I'm about to describe tonight, you're going to say to yourself, my God, why am I doing these things? I am helping this. I am aiding in this. And we have to put an end to it. There's no if, and, or buts. And some of the things that you guys are out there doing, you are actually feeding that monster within the narcissist. You're feeding it. Okay, you're helping it grow. Now, the narcissist, the monster within them, is going to grow organically anyways. They've already gone along with the dark side, and they're on it, and they're there. Okay, they're on their journey. But some of the things that you guys are doing are helping to grow that monster in them. You're helping them. Okay? And it's time we shut this down. Enough is enough. They're ruling the world. They're making decisions for all of us. It's deplorable. And I want to talk very openly tonight about some of the things you guys are doing you might not even realize. You are helping to fuel this. You are helping feed this operation. And we have got to shut it down. We have got to stop it. All right? The first thing I've got down here 11 points that you may be helping to grow the narcissist. You're helping to fuel the narcissist. You're helping to grow their ego and that monster inside of them. There's a monster inside of them, guys. It's a demon straight from hell. It's why they all act the same. The first way in which you're helping to grow the monster in a narcissist is you're very wishy-washy with these people. All right. Now, for a lot of these are people I'm talking about right now that are still entertaining a narc. Now, you might have one as a family member. You might have one that you're trying to get away from. You're trying to get divorced from. It might be your sibling. It might be somebody at work. But you're being wishy-washy. You're not sticking to your boundaries. You might have said to them at one point, hey, you do that again? That's the last time. That's the last time. And they did it again. And then all of a sudden, you're turning around, and the next thing you know, you're lying in the sand. You're already 15 steps over that line in the sand because you did not stick to your God-given boundaries. Every single person that I'm talking to tonight, or whenever you see this video, understands and recognizes that you all have your own line in the sand. My line in the sand for something might be different from your line in the sand. But guess what? We all have them. And if you don't know your line in the sand, you need to revisit that. You need to know, this is it. This is my line in the sand. I don't cross it. I don't care who it is. I don't cross it. So I encourage all of you, sit down with a pen and a pad in front of you and write down your lines in the sand and your boundaries. Because many of you, along with this one, the first one, that you're too wishy-washy, is that you're too forgiving. This clown comes around again and, oh, I'm so sorry, with the I'm so sorries, and you forgive him, and you forgive him over and over and over again. And to my Christian friends, my Christian fellow sisters and brothers out there, you guys are notorious for this. I know. Way too forgiving. Now listen, guys, you can forgive somebody. You can forgive somebody, but it does not mean that you let them back in and let them have their place that they used to have with you in your life. That does not mean that. You can forgive somebody. You can forgive them, but does not mean that they get to have the same place they used to have at one point in your life. No. That spot is gone. That place that you used to have for them, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore for them. All right? So you're too forgiving. You can forgive, but it does not mean that you let them back in their chair that you once had for them. Does not mean that at all. Okay? You have to understand this. You're helping fuel the monster inside of them. Second one, you let them speak scripture to further abuse you and berate you. A lot of you are dealing with the spiritual narcissist, the spiritual covert narcissist, hiding behind the scripture, telling you that, they use the scripture, you guys, to abuse you. Plain and simple. They're going to find scripture and they're going to make you think that, you see, the reason I abuse you is because you're making me abuse you. And let me find some scripture to back that up. Oh, I'm a God-fearing, God-loving individual. I go to church every single Sunday. I read my Bible every day. The devil knows the Bible, you guys. The devil knows the Bible like the back of his hand. So you are letting people that are involved in the church to further abuse and berate you. I went through this. I know all about it. This is what people like this do. They are involved, okay, in ministries and churches and Bible studies for a reason. You have to be careful, you guys. You got to use your discernment. If you're around somebody and they're making you feel this small because they're pounding scripture in your head and you're thinking, this doesn't even relate to me, or I don't even, or they're making assumptions about you, or they're telling you that, you are depressed and you are this and that and you need to go on medication and you are. I always tell people, before you go and let a psychologist or psychiatrist diagnose you, you need to take a look at who's in your life and who is feeding you this caca-baloney. And 9 times out of 10, it's them. It's them. They're the ones that are trying to make you think you're insane, you're crazy, you're losing it. Guys, they're projecting onto you. They are crazy, insane, and losing it. And they want you to think this way about yourself. Take note of this. They are involved. They are on these Christian websites. They're on Christian Mingle. I hear about this with my clients. They're everywhere. Just because you think, oh gosh, I met this man or this woman in the church, they must be a man or woman of God. No, you need to check yourself and you need to check the facts and you need to spend your time getting to know this person before you assume that they're there for the right reasons, because a lot of them, guys, are not. Third, you're reacting. You're reacting to their behaviors. Now, this one's tough. In all the years I dealt with these people, and for many of the years I didn't even realize they're narcissists. They are demonically driven. Okay, to me, a narcissist is a person that has already flown over to the dark side. They're demonically driven, and this is where they operate. So a lot of the time, I was trying to defend myself, and many of you are doing this. No, I'm going to defend myself. You don't get to treat me like this. I get to tell you how it is too. And, and then you start getting mouthy. Guys, you're getting right on their level. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. Guys, I don't care if you're showing them anger, tears, acceptance, forgiveness, love, admiration, hatred. They love it all. It feels the same to them on every single one of those things I mentioned. Because guess what? It's just feeling right into what they just did to you. That's what they want. They want and forever crave your reaction. Many of you don't even understand them completely ignoring you. They're getting off on this. They love it. So you reacting, and this is I'm going to jump right to number 10 I have here. You're putting things up on your social media, passive aggressively communicating to them. Yes, they say. Yes. I still get to them. And you guys think, well, I'm just sticking up for myself. I'm letting them know I know. Guys, they discarded you because they know that you know. Okay? You're not doing anything here by putting up passive aggressive memes on your social media and trying to put up pictures and saying, whatever about yourself. Don't do anything that is going to make them think it has anything to do with them, because you're fueling the monster inside of them. You're fueling them. You're helping to grow the monster. You got to completely cut the cord, get on with your life, and whatever it is you're doing or not doing, you have to mentally know, I'm doing this for me. It has nothing to do anymore about them. You got to get to a point that you don't care how they're reacting or what they're saying or what the flying monkeys are telling you that they're saying about you or anything else. You got to get to that point. And you can't be putting things up on social media that are trying to communicate with them passive aggressively. They're looking for this crap, you guys. They love it. This is a game to them. I hate to tell you, it's just like a game of chess. You're a game of chess to a narcissist. You're nothing more or nothing less. That's it. That's all you stand to be for these people. The fourth thing that you're doing is you're not taking this spiritually. You're not taking this spiritually. And I could say seriously, but I'm going to say spiritually. You're not taking this thing spiritually. You guys are still looking at this, what you think is a person in front of you. And it is not a person, you guys. It's not a person. This is not a human being that you're dealing with in front of you. And many, if not most of you, are forgetting this. And you're still trying to reason and rationalize with a demon. You can't reason and rationalize with somebody that has already gone over to the dark side many, many years before you even entered their life. This is not a person that you're talking to. This is Lucifer right in front of you, hiding behind the meat suit, hiding behind this person you believe was your partner, your friend, your family. They're not, you guys. I'm here tonight to tell you, you need to recognize. That's why over 1,000 people I've worked with, why is my story the same as your story? All of you. Even if I've not worked with you, I see your comments. You guys, we're all dealing with the same person under a different meat suit. Do you guys not see this? This is a spiritual issue. You're not taking this spiritually. You're not seeing the person that's in front of you as a demon from hell, because that's what they are. You're not getting anywhere with this. You're entertaining the dark side every single time you have an encounter with them. You are helping grow the monster in them. You. It's enough is enough. Fifth thing you're doing. You believe that you can still be friends. You believe you guys can be friends now. We'll just be friends. Guys, that's not your friend. That is your arch nemesis. It is not your friend. They were never your friend. I don't know about you, but do you go around treating your friends this way? Is this how you would treat a friend? No, it isn't. So stop with this nonsense and recognizing this isn't your friend. This is your enemy straight from hell. Straight from hell. Trying to masquerade. Oh yeah, I really do care about you. Let's just be friends. I really want to be your friend. No, you don't. You just want to have access to a good person. You devil. You want to have access to a really good person. Why? Because narcissists are fed. The monster inside the narcissist are fed, especially by good people. Good people feeds that monster inside of them because they sit back and they think to themselves, wow, I'm amazing. This really great person puts me on a pedestal, admires me, loves me, in spite of all the crappy things I've done to him. And this is how they think. This is what they're thinking. You think you can still be friends. No. They're taking you down to the pits of hell right with them. Once again, you want to do this kind of stuff, you're going to find out the hard way. Number 6, you think that you're nice, that if you're nice and if you love them more and more and more, then they'll just finally straighten out. My ex-husband's mother and her fruitcake mentality. She's a fruitcake from all the abuse she dealt with from her husband. Complete woohoo! Oh, she'd say, once he turns 35, he'll start to calm down, she says to me. He'll finally it'll stop. Just wait till he's about 35. Right. And she had this mentality that, hey, if I had to deal with it, so should you. Hey, I'm an abused, battered woman. I wear these lines of anger in my face every single day. I spoiled my children rotten to the point where I never gave my children any consequences. So not only were they abused by their father, but then I never punished them. So here are 2 people I raised that think there are no consequences for their behavior whatsoever. They can abuse their spouse, they can cheat on their spouse, they can scream and holler at their kids, and there is no consequence. That's the kind of person she became. And that's the kind of cacabaloney she would feed me. Like, just hang in there, Trace. Just hang in there. He'll grow out of it. Yeah, because your husband really grew out of it. Months before he even passed, he was still physically abusing you. Please. Awful. Awful. Yep. Let's just love him some more and be even more nice. Guys, you turn into a doormat. You turn into a doormat that literally goes around in life and believes these kind of baloney statements in your head. And this is the kind of stuff you're trying to tell people that you should be telling. No, you should get out. You should get the heck away from my son. My son is the devil incarnate. And these are the people that recognize, one minute they'll be sitting there telling you, yeah, I know my son's a liar. My son's a pathological liar. I know my son is a cheater. 2 seconds later, he'll grow out of it. You should just stick around. Woohoo! You see what you're going to turn into? No. No. No amount of love or kindness is going to straighten out a narc. As a matter of fact, the more you love and the more you're kind to them, the crazier they're going to get. And the crazier your life is going to get. So do not listen to this crap. Number 7, you pick up the phone when they call. Or you're answering their texts or their email. Once again, guys, you're giving in on their terms. Their terms. You're giving in. And you know what that does? Fuels the monster in the narc. Oh, look, I waited this amount of months or years, and there's the flippin' idiot picking up. This is what they're talking. This is what, when they hang up, they're going like this. I'm so amazing and awesome. See, after all this time, they're still picking up over me. They still are thinking about me. I still can come back in if I want. What a tool, they say to themselves. Guys, no respect. No respect. Think about it. Self-respect, you guys. Self-respect is what will destroy a narcissist, is what will create these narcs to find each other and self-destruct together. If you don't have self-respect for yourself, you are fueling the monster in the narcissist. You are fueling your own self-destruction to the point where you're unrecognizable. You don't even know who you are anymore. You're a shell of a human being. And this is what's creating this, guys. Do you not understand? I want you guys to understand. Do not be part of the problem. You got to be part of the solution. Do not. Every time you do these things I'm describing, you are showing a lack of self-respect for yourself. Number 8, you treat them as human beings when in all actuality they're demonized. I said it earlier. There's nothing more to say about this. You're not dealing with a human being. You're treating them as they are human beings, and they are not. Number 9, you're entertaining flying monkeys. Oh, God, I can't tell you how many people do this. Well, if I tell this, this person that's a mutual friend of ours all about my life and what I'm up to, then they're going to go back and tell her or him how I'm doing. And then they're going to wish that they never treated me as bad as they do. No, you know what you're doing? You giving any information to a flying monkey is you're opening up the door to Satan once again. You're opening up that demonic void, that demonic hole, just to let them come right back on in. You're playing with fire. You don't tell a flying monkey what the hell you're up to or what you're doing. You just don't. You have the smarts and self-respect. Let's get back to the self-respect, to understanding that this information could get back to them. You don't want them knowing anything about what you're up to or your goals or what's happening for you. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, but I want them to know how successful I am right now. Guys, they're looking you up on the internet anyway. I hate to tell you this. It'll be 4 or 5 years. They're still looking you up. They're still seeing what you're up to. They can't control themselves. They have no self-control. So you telling a flying monkey, knowing full well the flying monkey's going to go tell them, they say to themselves, oh, you see, they told so-and-so because they knew so-and-so was going to tell me. See, they still think about me. They still have me on the brain. And guys, you might not have them on the brain. You might not have had them on the brain for the last 2-3 years of your life. They still believe that you do have them on the brain because that's how disgusting they are. That's how fragile their egos are. You see, their egos and their self-esteem are so fragile. That's how they always are trying to feed their fragile ego and their big head. That they perceive that, that you perceive them to be arrogant. It's a facade. They actually know that they're pieces of crap deep down. They know it. They know they're abusive. They know they're misogynist. They know that they're lowlifes. They know it. But it's a facade. They pretend and they masquerade that they think that they are really good human beings and great people. And they're not. Okay? So you entertaining flying monkeys, you shouldn't. Flying monkey that you know still talks to the narc. How have you been? Good. What have you been up to? Not much. You still living in Connecticut? No. Hey, listen, I gotta get going. It was nice running into you. That's what you guys gotta do. Nothing. No information, nothing. And you want to put up stuff publicly on your social media, and I'm going back to what you're just reacting. You're just passive aggressively communicating with the narc, and that you're still in the demonic realm when you're doing this. You're still in that demonic realm. I put out this channel, and I'll tell you from the God's honest truth, I put out the channel for myself. I didn't care. I didn't give a crap if he was watching, his mother was watching, his sister was watching. I didn't care. I didn't care if my ex-boyfriend sees the channel. I didn't care if my family, I didn't care if family members that I know. I didn't care. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for all of you, you know. I had to come from that standpoint of not caring what the heck was going to be the consequences of me coming out here and speaking my truths. And, you know, this is the truth. Now, a lot of you want to do this, but you got to do it for the right reasons. You can't be doing it thinking that the narcs are going to see what you're saying and doing. That's not what this is. If you want to help people, this is not helping people, and this is not helping your situation. Do not do passive aggressive things to try and get to narcs, to I'm going to let them know that I know. It doesn't work, guys. You're making things worse. The very last one is you cry in front of them. Oh. I'm laughing. You guys get to a point that you do cry because they make you cry. They make you cry. But guys, when you do this in front of them, because you're sincerely doing it, because you're really upset, you're very upset, you're very sad, you're very hurt by what they've done. And this is your authentic way of cleansing this and feeling this way. Understand, if you do this in front of them, you are feeding and you are helping to grow that monster inside of them, that fragile ego of theirs. If you feel like crying, if you feel like you can't do this in front of them, oh God, guys, listen to me tonight. We've all done it. In our worst of moments, in our best of moments, we're human beings, right? You and I are human beings. They are not. They look at this like, yes. Guys, half the time they're punishing you. They're punishing you. They're punishing you just for falling for their caca baloney. They're going to punish you for that. So many people ask me all the time, why are they hot and cold? Why do they come at me? Why do they chase me? And then when they have me, they back off 20 steps. Just they're not a real person. This is fraudulent activity. This is games. You know, we might as well go back to grammar school where I had, friends in grammar school that would play games with me. That's what you're dealing with. Games. Jealous, insecure. These are all the emotions that they run by. Don't forget this. Jealousy, insecurity, hate. All negative emotions. Possessiveness, control. So you're dealing with. Why would they do this? Because this is their fuel. This is how they win. Everything's a game to these people. All right? Don't forget, the last thing I want to say to you guys is good people extraordinarily fuel a narcissist. Good people. Good people fuel the monster in a narcissist. They think to themselves, this good person thinks I'm a good person. And it is a recipe for disaster. So if you're a good person, which I believe 90% of the people on this channel are. Understand, they do not deserve good people in their life, period. They want to crap on you and they want to show you that they crap on you, you're out of there. That's the end of it. You staying in a narcissist's life is helping to fuel that monster inside of them. You can't do it. You cannot do this. You need to let them go and let them find their vibrations, which is their kind, which does not include you. You understand what I'm getting at? You don't want to be part of this problem. You got to be part of the solution. You can't be doing this stuff anymore, you guys. I want to get to you all tonight in such a way that I've never gotten to you before. Do not be part of this problem. We need to shut this down. This is Operation Evil, and we have got to shut it down. And this is how you're going to do it. Think about it, you guys. How is a narcissist even able to be one in the first place? How is a narcissist able to be one in the first place? Because a narcissist is a narcissist because they have somebody at the end of the line tolerating it, dealing with it, accepting it. If they didn't have any of that at the end of their line, other than their own kind that are going to go toe-to-toe with them, and they're just going to self-destruct themselves. These are all these shows that you're seeing. These shows of any of these crimes of passion shows. Those are two narcissists that found each other. One ended up killing the other. This is where it's headed. That's just let them find one another. Let that be their only choices in life. Not the good people. Not the people who have hearts. Not the people who can self-reflect. Not the people that are forgiving. Not the people that have love inside of their hearts. Let them go find their own kind. Period. I really hope you think about this for those of you that are still thinking you're going to change this person. You're going to be, get over yourself and your own ego. You are not God. You are not Jesus. You are not going to be the person to change them. You're not. I hate to tell you guys this. You're a good person, but that's not your role. That's not your role here on earth. You don't lead people to Jesus. You think you're going to lead these people to Jesus. Guys, they're so far away from Jesus that you don't even understand. They're sitting next to you in the pew. They're up there at leadership, at the worship, playing drums. They're the ones on Christian Mingle. And you think you found yourself a leader? And these people are the furthest from loving Jesus and having God in their lives. They have no God in their life. You can worship one of two masters. That's it. Every decision you make, you're worshiping one of two masters. That's it. They are not worshiping the master you seek to worship at all with any of these behaviors whatsoever. It's black and white, guys. See it that way. There is no gray here. There's no gray with a narcissist. So stop thinking that you're going to have some kind of control or objectively looking at this. You can't. You can't, you guys. I really hope you hear me tonight. Please, please, I implore of you, do not be part of the problem. Be a part of the solution today. Walk away and never look back. Never. Find people that are on your same vibration, that have a love for Christ, that are trying to better themselves in their life, and are trying to be better people than they were yesterday, and truly are that way. Truly are good people with flesh-like hearts, not hearts of stone. That's my message tonight. I hope it reaches you. I'm Trace Face. It's time we all face the truth together.